Let's get right into it. Here's why most people will never reach their fitness goals. Now, I love to talk about mindset stuff. I know you guys love when I talk mindset. This is going to be majority mindset. I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, oh my gosh, man, this is probably going to be a lot of like, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't work out here, I don't work out there. But majority of it is literally mindset. It's not going to be you're not doing enough cardio. It's not going to be a secret to anything, right? Because here's the thing, no matter how much people talk, very few people will get to this physique, right? Where you see your quads popping, where you get to that lean 8 to 12% body fat range. It's very rare to get to that point. So very rarely will you see people get to that point. And this video is going to explain exactly why. It's mostly mindset because remember, guys, when you change your mindset, your body follows. You cannot just change actions without changing your mindset. It's literally impossible. We all know that. All right. So first off, right, I'm gonna say this one more time. This is actually most likely wrong because obesity is going up. I know there's a lot of information out there. I know there's a lot of workouts out there, a lot of different diets, a lot of nutrition, plans out there and stuff like that. But in reality, no one can execute these things if you don't change your mindset. If you look at food as a hobby, and you feel like you have to have a full stomach, you're going to end up looking like this. I know a lot of you guys think this meme is funny, but in reality, this is what majority of, like a lot of men look like this, man. Like a lot of people. I saw a picture of a football game of like a bunch of fans and stuff like that. Nothing wrong with being a football fan, obviously. I got football games I watch and stuff like that. But majority of them were super out of shape, drinking beer, huge beer bellies, shit like that, man. So the average man is around 28% body fat, guys. I think it's higher than that just based on what I see. And then you also got to remember, even if you're skinny, you can still be skinny fat. A lot of people are skinny, but their body fat percentage is still like 20%, right? Like they have skinny arms, a lot of lower back and stomach fat, a lot of chest fat and stuff like that. So that's still a possibility as well. All right. There's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to taking, your health seriously. And then you got body positivity, but you also have like dad bod shit. Like, oh, it's okay to have a dad bod. Listen, the next time a girl tells you it's okay to have a dad bod, look at who she follows on Instagram. If she follows me or my homeboys, she doesn't like dad bods. She likes fit bods. It is what it is. Most chicks would be like, I like the before picture. So I'm like, why did you follow me when you saw my after picture then? Simple shit, guys. Like, in reality, a lot of issues we have in society today, or a lot of issues you have in your own life, is simply because you are not controlling your nutrition. You're not controlling your body fat percentage. Trust me. Because once you control your body fat percentage, that means you're controlling your mind. All right. Another thing is lack of awareness, right? Lack of awareness. All right. Most people don't realize just how little they're eating. That's why I always recommend everybody make sure that you're actually tracking your calories if you're serious about your fitness goals. Now, if you're not serious about your fitness goals, that's cool. You don't have to track your calories. I don't mind. Don't worry about it. Ignore this. If you are serious about your fitness goals, track your calories. All right, track your calories, because throughout the day we go based on how we feel as far as hunger. What you don't realize is that a lot of times, if you eat a family-sized bag of chips, you're not gonna be full, but you'll have eaten 1,600 calories. Versus if you eat a sweet potato, some broccoli, and a 6-ounce sirloin, that's like 500 calories. You're gonna be super full. You're gonna be like, oh my god, I overate. That's 1/3 of the calorie of a family-sized bag of chips, guys. So volume matters. The type of foods that you eat matter, but you're not gonna know any of this shit until you actually start tracking your calories. It's impossible to guesstimate and be like, I don't think I ate that much. Yes, the fuck you did. Like most clients that I work with, when they first get to me, they're like, yeah, I don't eat that much, and they run me what they eat. Frequency of eating isn't that high, but the portion sizes and the food choices are usually fried. It's usually huge portion sizes of carbs and fats and low in protein, right? Which is going to cause you to gain a lot of body fat. Very, very simple. Like I said, most people eat until they're full. They don't know how much they're consuming. All right. If you eat till you're full, like if you were to eat high protein, you would maybe be in a deficit. But if you don't eat high protein, you won't be in a deficit. Simple, simple, simple. All right. A lot of times we grab random snacks, right? And when you don't eat with intention, you end up eating whatever. You end up just grabbing whatever. Someone hands you a snack, you just eat it because they handed it to you. Shit like that. That ends up happening a lot once you are not really locked in on your nutrition. All right. Another thing that a lot of people struggle with is shiny object syndrome. All right. So people are always on Instagram trying different things, trying different diets. Oh, let me try carnivore. Let me try keto. Let me try water fast. Not sticking to anything. If you don't stick to anything, you're never going to get to your results because you don't give it enough time to work. Monotony, doing the same shit over and over, is how you get to results. People don't like to hear that shit, but that's how it works. All right. If you can eat the same shit over and over, right? If you eat chicken and rice for lunch and dinner, 1 cup of rice, 8 ounces of chicken for lunch and dinner, and you eat eggs and oatmeal for breakfast, you're gonna be shredded as shit. Repeat the process over and over and over again. All right. Now, people are always looking for the perfect time, the perfect macro ratio, the perfect diet, all that goofy shit. There is no perfect time except the time you make perfect. The perfect macro ratio. There is no perfect macro ratio. Obviously, higher protein is going to be good, but there is no perfect ratio that, 40, 40, 20. And if you do 39, 41, 20, then you're not going to get results. Like, it's not that deep. All right. It's about making better decisions, making better food choices, eating higher protein. All right. Simple, simple, simple. And the perfect diet is going to be you know, the food plan that you can stick to longest. All right. So for me, ground turkey, eggs, ground beef, eggs, like shit like that is what I'm going to be able to stick to the longest. That's the most important thing. And like I just said, stop with this dieting shit. Stop with this dieting shit. This is a lifestyle change. Like I posted a day eating on my Instagram page, and someone's like, "Oh, how long did you eat this?" It's like, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? Forever. It's a lifestyle. Like everyone wants to eat certain shit for a short period of time, and going back to eat what they ate before. Like they don't want to change their mindset, but they want to temporarily change their habits and go back to their old habits. Like you're not gonna get results like that. That's why you've been stuck in the same spot for 5, 10, 15 years. It's like it's not that complicated. All right. Stop doing short-term diets, then reverting back to old habits. That shit is annoying as hell. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do keto for a month. Go ahead and do keto for a month to lose water weight that you're gonna gain back. What the fuck was the point, bro? It's really the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. All right. There's nothing dumber in this world than doing something. It's literally wasting time. Doing something that you know you're going to stop doing, right? Because you want a result, but you think that result is, going to come in 1 month, even though it took you years and years and years to gain all the fat. It's just crazy as shit, all right? Don't ask me why people do it. It's crazy as hell to me. Super crazy to me. All right, weekends and holidays. You guys already know I always talk about this, but for some reason, everything that I'm currently talking about, it feels like the more I talk about it, the more people have issues with these things. So here's the thing. All right. Weekends and holidays are literally majority of the fucking year. All right. They're like 30% of the year. Because you got to remember, weekend happens every week. So stop celebrating that shit. The shit happens every week. Stop eating good during the week, and the weekend comes, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to binge. It's just goofy. It's goofy. Like I always say, just imagine, right? Just imagine that Monday through Friday you're not cheating on your wife, and then the weekend comes around and you cheat on her. Do you think the marriage is gonna last? Now let's flip the script. Your wife is submissive. She's so nice to you. She cooks for you Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday she cusses you out. She goes to the club and she fucks a bunch of other people. Are you gonna stay with her? Probably not. That's exactly how it is when you eat good Monday through Friday, eat lean, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm getting lean. Then Saturday and Sunday, you literally eat like 600-pound life. Like it doesn't make any sense. That's not a lifestyle. Lifestyle means consistency. Lifestyle means something you do day in and day out. When you fucking change on the weekend, it's like you might as well just not have eaten. Like here's the thing: if you ate like shit during the week and then on the weekend, you get the same results as if you undereat during the week and then you binge on the weekends. Like it's crazy to me. People are like, well, that's not fair. That's how the shit works, all right? Because the amount of calories you're eating on the weekend is offsetting everything you did during the week. So stay locked in mentally. Stop treating yourself after eating. Listen, if you eat lean Monday through Friday, you work out Monday through Friday, you're doing the bare fucking minimum. All right, that's not impressive. That's literally the bare minimum. So celebrating on the weekend means that you feel like you accomplished something. When in reality, when something's your standard, you don't look at it as something that's special. It's just expected. So when I eat good Monday through Friday, it's expected. When I eat good Saturday and Sunday, it's expected. I'm not celebrating by being like, oh my god, I ate high protein. Like this is goofy. That's the dumbest shit ever. All right. Another thing, Napoleon Hill actually talks about this as well. Mediocrity, right? A lot of people just aim to be like, let me just be right above average. I don't really like this job too much, but I'll just stay at it until I retire. Then I'll have fun when I retire at like 65 or 70, right? That's one. And then another one is like, I look all right now. I'm not too out of shape. When you think like that, that's how you gain that 1 pound per month. Because when you graduate college, you might just be 15 pounds overweight. You'd be like, I'll take care of that later. You gain 1 pound per month for the next 10 years. You're 32 years old. Now you have an extra 100 pounds and you're like, oh shit, I gotta get rid of this. That's how it happens, right? You don't spend time, you don't pay attention to these little things, and they add up over time. Every single time, man. Every single time. Average people don't do things that make them uncomfortable. And you already know no growth happens in the comfort zone. It all happens outside the comfort zone. All right. That's one of the biggest issues I see over and over and over again. All right. Now, like I said, Fat loss is way faster than fat gain. All right. It's just a lot of people, when they start to lose fat, they're like, I'm doing so much work. It's like, no, you're not. Because you were in a calorie surplus for 10 years straight to gain that 50 to 100 pounds. All right. And now you put in work for 2 weeks and you think that you're doing a lot or you're doing so much you should be losing more. You shouldn't. If it took you 10 years to gain 100 pounds and you lose that same 100 pounds in 1 year, that means you lost that weight 10 times faster. Fat loss is way faster than fat gain. Stop being fucking impatient. Fat loss is way faster than fat gain. Stop being impatient. All right. The issue is that you're holding yourself accountable and you're feeling uncomfortable. Like I said earlier, all growth happens outside the comfort zone. So you're feeling uncomfortable. You're like, oh, I don't know. I don't like this. That's good. That's good. If you're feeling discomfort, that means you're making progress. All right. You're not going to lose that shit in 1 month, like I just said. All right. There's no magic pill. Stop asking me about, oh, what happens if I take creatine? Creatine helps you building muscle and shit. I don't take that shit. It's not going to replace a good diet. And it's not going to replace good nutrition. It's just not going to do it. A lot of you guys think it's like fucking steroids or some shit. It's not. People are like, oh, what does a fat burner do? Well, if you don't eat in the deficit, it doesn't matter. It's not going to help you. It's just not going to. Side crunches, zero correlation between side crunches and getting rid of belly fat. There's zero correlation. All right, there's literally zero correlation. You feel bad, so you're doing extra ab work, extra stair stepper shit. It's not going to do anything. You should have ate better, right? And if you messed up on eating, then eat better in the future. Simple. All right. How people look at fitness and nutrition. Listen, y'all could laugh at this, but this is what majority of people look like. All right. This is just what majority of people look like. It is what it is. Yeah. And y'all are like, oh, no, they don't. I see swole people. I see shredded people. I see people way more shredded than you on social media. Yeah. You see the same. Listen, I've been on social media since like posting since like 2016. That's 9 years. In the past 9 years, yes, there's been a few people come up, right? Obviously, because in 2016, they're probably too young, and now they got older and shit like that. But I promise you, it is the same. It is the same 300 people, 300 lean people, and then there's like an extra 700 that are inconsistent posting. There's like 1,000 people who are lean on social media. You just see them over and over and over on your explore page. However, there's 7 billion people on Earth, so majority of people are not lean. Then you got to realize, out of that 1,000 people, how many of them are on steroids? Exactly, majority of them are on steroids. So it's like, if you're actually lean and you're natural, you are so fucking rare because majority of people are just consuming social media over and over and over again. I always laugh when I like watch someone's video and I'm like, oh, that was a pretty good video. And then I see some out of shape dude in the comments like, oh, you should have done this better. I'm like, nigga, you never made a fucking video in your life and you just sit down and watch shit and you're fat as hell. Like, this shit is crazy to me, man. Like, most people have no self-awareness because they're so focused consuming and focusing on others. They never pour into themselves or even look at themselves. All right. The way you look at fitness and nutrition, out of shape people see food as reward, hobby, or enjoyment. They're like, you don't understand. I do understand. Stop fucking looking at it as that, all right? It's fuel. Fitness is not a trend. That's how out of shape people look at it, all right? They also see eating healthy as something you do for a short period of time, usually around January, nothing crazy, right? And then as far as the gym, they're like, oh shit, I ate like shit today. Let me get on that Stairmaster. Goofy shit, man. Too much goofy shit. That's the gooftivity. All right. Back to what I was saying, like me and my leaner friends, and yes, all my friends are leaner than me, bro. They just are. It is what it is. My brothers are leaner than me. That's my fault though, because I was like, y'all need to lock in. Now they're leaner than me. I'm cooked. But anyways, my leanest friends, they do simple recipes. All this fancy, IG recipes, TikTok shit. I know. Listen, if someone's consistently doing TikTok recipes and Instagram recipes, I know they're relatively new to the game, but I know they're not below 15% body fat. All right, I just know it because when you're below 15% body fat year round, you're keeping it locked in, you're keeping it simple. You see food as fuel, so you don't have an issue, doing what you need to do. I know a lot of people are like, you can't be under 20% year round. That's not healthy. That is healthy. Under 20% is healthy. Under 15%, pretty healthy. Under 10 is pretty, and that's pretty difficult. But you can be whatever body fat percentage you want, just depending on what your standards are. A lot of people can't imagine that because they have such an addiction to food and they look at food so wrong that they're like, you can't do that. Like, I got some comments like that on TikTok, Instagram, and I think on YouTube too. Where I was like, yeah, man, I stay around 10% year round. People are like, oh yeah, that's unhealthy. So it just depends on the way you look at food. You look at food as a reward. So you punish yourself when you get down to 15%. Like, you see it as punishment. And then you're like, okay, I can reward myself now. I can enjoy myself. Because you look at food as like something you do for fun, as a hobby. So then you start binging again and you get around 20% and you feel comfortable there because you're allowed to eat a lot of food. When you look at food as fuel, which it really is, then you're not really going to look at it that way. You see what I'm saying? But anyways, like, Here's the thing: staying on the perimeter of the grocery store, eating fruits, vegetables, lean meats, shit like that. That's how you stay lean, man. That's how you stay lean. Not making a chicken penne pasta recipe with homemade sauce that takes like 77 hours to make. All right, cheat days. Here's the thing. All right, I'm gonna make this real short. You guys already know what I'm gonna say. If you're above 20% body fat, why the fuck are you thinking about cheat days? All right, cheat days are literally only for lean. Like once you get leaner, then you can incorporate more cheat days. Now, I know someone's gonna come and be like, "I lost 100 pounds and I was incorporating cheat days." If you lost 100 pounds because you're like 400 or 350, then I mean, yeah, you can eat like fucking 4,000 calories and still lose fat. So you're probably eating 2,800 calories, which is under eating, and then you throw in a cheat day, you're still gonna lose fat. Yeah, because you have so much to lose. It's not the same as when you're like 25 trying to get to 10 or 20% trying to get to 10. It's not the same. When you get to 20%, you get to 15%. Having cheat days are gonna, set you back. But at the same time, once you get closer to 10, your body will require like some refeed days or some higher calorie days or some higher carb days, right? But most people don't get to that range. Let's just keep it a buck. All right. So now that you understand exactly what's going on here, exactly what you can do if you really fucking lock in, if you're serious about your goals, you really want to lock in, you really want to lose fat, like for real. You're tired of having that big ass stomach and you're serious about your goals. You just need that structure. Link is in the description, man. Like I said, serious inquiries only. Like if you're really locked in, you're like, man, I'm ready for this shit, man. I'm ready to lock in. I'm sick of looking at my stomach. I'm sick of not being where I wanted to be. I'm sick of getting disrespected by females. Listen, let's just keep it a buck. A lot of the reason y'all be getting disrespected by females is because y'all be out of shape like crazy, bro. Like if a female disrespects you, it's because you're out of shape. She don't respect you because she know you don't respect yourself. The first way to know if someone respects himself or not is how they look. The key to personal branding is how you look. If you're out of shape, you're cooked. It is not that deep, bro.